One.
Yo, people.
GM.
Yo.
GM. It's currently 15 minutes past 5 p.m. UK time. Sunday, the 1st of February 2026. Guys, we made it into February 2026.
Yep, yep, yep.
We barely made it.
We made it, bro.
We made it, though.
We made it, though. We made it, yeah. Come on. I'm going to start off by saying I could not have predicted what has happened in the market in the past 72 to 96 hours, and I don't know anybody who predicted this. What this market has showed is that no matter how much research you do, no matter how many people you listen to, you got to be prepared for all scenarios. Because I was not prepared for this scenario. I didn't know it was possible for that much money to. Guys, nearly $10 trillion got taken out of the commodities market in a 72-hour whiplash. And then Bitcoin broke the support. Yes, I was confident that Bitcoin was not going to go down to 80K. It's now at 76. I did not predict Solana would go down to $100. This is why you should always do your own research. So I'd just like to iterate. As of time of recording, 1st of February 2026, Mycelink is a non-registered legal business. Birthed in Q4 2025, Mycelink is a decentralized ecosystem of like-minded people who are interested in the realms of cryptocurrency, futures technologies, artificial intelligence, wellness, generational wealth, including but not limited to, and more. This may change in future. We do a free webinar every single Sunday, 5 p.m. UK time. Check your time zones. Previously, Sunday, 10 p.m. UK times called Mycelink Sundays, where we just share some knowledge, just a couple homies on a webinar, spitting some game. You should always do your own research because we are not financial advisors. We do not intend to be perceived or received as financial advisors. We do not take credit for any losses and or gains, and we are legally and socially and ethically not responsible for anything that you choose to do with this information should you wish to consume it or otherwise. Always seek professional financial advice or in connection with. I'm gonna give it over to Krog, my co-host, is gonna talk about geopolitics. Let's go.
Let's go. Um, yeah, whole lot of things going on in the world right now, man. Give me, hold on, man. Give me one sec. Yeah. All
I
right.
like the glasses, man.
Cheers, man. Gotta be protected from the blue light and that. That's the vision. Right. Where is cool. To be honest, this news is not even gonna scrape the surface because loads is going on. But this is just what I picked up on quickly. So I think the Epstein files is very interesting, and like I've even heard people saying how like this almost maybe if I'm not mistaken, it all started to come up around COVID maybe, or like yeah, it's just like a big fucking distraction from the rest of the shit going on in the world. As everything's making you turn your head there, but yeah, Trump, Elon, Bill Gates, all referenced as of recent information. But what caught my eye is that there was an email from Jeffrey Epstein where he talked about how he was speaking with some of the Bitcoin founders. And that is just like, firstly, it's interesting that he said founders and some of, so suggesting it's a group of people. And this email is from 2016, so Bitcoin already had a bit of motion by this point. It couldn't be, it's not impossible. Um, that it, it's not impossible to know them. Wow, and you've locked the fucking. I'm struggling to put a sentence together, but Epstein apparently knows they're Bitcoin founders. This is why we got to be careful, man. Sometimes he thinks it's a new financial system, but realistically, it's probably the same financial system, just with a bit of a new update. So yeah, buy Bitcoin, but understand that the elites are also doing it. Anyways, Russell the 2000 crashed as small caps got wiped. Yeah, fucking everything crashed. Silver crashed 35%. Gold had over 5 trillion erased, over 7 trillion erased in 35 hours in precious metals. So yeah, and this crash is deeper than just a. Um, this is not just a pullback. This is market manipulation. We've seen it before. We'll see it again, and we're seeing it right now. But there is just a bunch of factors tying into why it's all going on. Right. On Tuesday, the dollar index broke down, showing real currency weakness. And this is tying in to Japan. Mentioned it a couple of weeks ago, but like the Japan method's like getting patched and they have a lot of US debt. And so yeah, we're just all seeing these different power plays kind of like pop in and everyone throwing around their economic weight a little bit. Right. Nasdaq, S&P taking fat hits. Silver, gold, platinum collapsed. Yeah, it's all happening. Got Trump suggesting the new chair will cut rates. Bullish, right? India and Europe have signed a new deal imposing lower tax rates on certain products. So this basically is like survival economics because Europe, they used to rely on Russia for energy, China for manufacturing, and America for security. Then the war of Russia obviously compromised their energy. COVID compromised their manufacturing with China and just like the halt on all the products and trade. And then Trump is kind of threatening their security. He's a bit unpredictable with NATO. So this whole India Europe deal, they're outsourcing these problems to India. Um, and yeah, kind of building a bit of independence and security at the same time. On top of India, AI is projected to contribute approximately 550 to like 607 billion to India economy by 2035. However, I wouldn't even be surprised if it's more than that. But that's from the Economic Times. So AI in India popping off apparently. Then also in India, we've got a thing called the Nipah virus, NIPAH. And it's coming from bats again. And it's got like flu-like symptoms that can transition into a coma. It's pretty deadly right now. Um, but yeah, so a lot of headlines coming out of there this week, that's for sure. And then we're obviously in US right now. We've got some of the biggest kind of general protests that have happened in recent US history. So it's cool to see that out. We've seen it over here in Asia, coming towards the end of 2025. Seen it in Indonesia, seen it in Nepal, seen it in America. We've even seen it in England, in the UK. Huge marches. So yeah, the people are rising, and all across Europe, everyone's rising up right now. Everyone's rising up. People aren't happy. Chaos is in. Maybe crypto's the safe haven in all the chaos. But yeah, to be honest, there's like way more I can cover. But those are the things that I thought, either the things really worth mentioning or like little bits like go under the radar a little bit when we're talking about like the overall analysis of like the markets. But yeah, if anyone would like to add anything, because I know lots of interesting stuff has been going on. I know we're having some interesting discussions just before we started the call, but that's what I've got to bring to the table at least.
Yo, I wanna bring a thought, yeah, into the ether that I don't feel like many people are talking about. But can we all acknowledge that millions, if not tens of millions, potentially 100 billion families around the world, yeah, have who have bought gold at these levels. Like literally, there's entire families in the world right now panicking. This is like the craziest. This is the craziest thing ever.
Where is this gold?
Yeah, like this drawdown, guys. Does anybody know how much money this is? Does anyone know how much money this is? I'm gonna just
5 trillion,
show you
bro.
guys a Mycelink yeah, something like that.
5 trillion in gold.
Check these grok prompts. Check these grok prompts. Right, so I enter 3 screenshots, right? Yeah, Ken's in here. Yes, Ken, how you
Yo,
doing,
you
bro?
say sorry I'm late, my bro.
Yo, no worries. You just jumped in time just for the juicy bit, yeah. I was just
Alright,
saying
cool,
at the
cool,
start of this
cool.
webinar, I I I could not have predicted the speed of this drawdown. I knew it was coming down. I actually thought the top of the gold. I kept saying 5,000. Right, 5,000 was going to be like the top. Obviously, I was wrong. Yeah. You see this drawdown here? Check this, right? So I put this screenshot in, showing 45% growth in a few months. This screenshot in. I prompted, what was the market cap of gold on 28th of October versus recent all-time highs? So basically from here to here, right? And what is the drawdown in terms of trillions? And it basically said that gold basically grew by $12 trillion from basically Halloweenish times to just recent times. And this one crash was like $5 trillion. Yeah, as Krog said, $5 trillion.
That's
Guys,
crazy.
understand that if all this money, yeah, I'm not saying it is, but let's say all of it went to BTC, who here can answer me what the new price of Bitcoin would be if the money that was taken out of gold in the past 72 hours was made its way into Bitcoin? Maybe not overnight, but at some point. Can anybody here tell me the new price of Bitcoin?
Yeah, so Bitcoin is currently
Approximately.
around 3.5 trillion market cap. Well, right now it's at 2 trillion.
So
What I know is
1.5
3.5.
trillion.
What? What?
No, it's
Well,
1.5. I'm telling you, it's 1.5.
Bitcoin would at least go 3 to 4x.
Yeah, it would way cross $300,000. It would way cross. If it went into Ethereum would like 15x, like 40,000 a coin. This is the market leaving breadcrumbs. This is like the greatest thing ever in the sense that, yeah, short term, I've lost a fuckload of money, mind my language, and profits, right? And like, I got wiped out on leverage trades, but I did not know the market was this liquid. I knew it was liquid, but I didn't know it was this liquid. This is just like, we can do whatever we want. Like, I
It,
knew the markets were manipulated, but I didn't
it,
know the markets were this manipulated.
it really
But
goes to show how unsafe some of these other things are. And I think it evens out the playing fields of crypto compared to these commodities.
of course, because I'll tell you guys straight, a trillion cannot be taken out of Bitcoin. A trillion can't be taken out of Bitcoin overnight because there's too many people holding the floor. If I ask Grok right now, yeah, let's ask Grok this. Out of approximately 20 million circulating BTC, how much is frozen, unmoved for at least 5 years due to possible seed phrase loss? I think it's like 2 million. I think 10% of the supply hasn't even been moved. About 3 million BTC, roughly 15% of circulating supply, remains unmoved for 5 years. Oh my God. So much Bitcoin. It's actually unreal, right? Let's just leave that for a second. I honestly could not have predicted this Bitcoin move. This shocked me. I can't lie.
I
Bitcoin
just want to
shocked me.
say, I did talk about this quite a few times, and I did mention precisely 80K, and at one point I mentioned 77K.
It's interesting how we're almost touching this reset though.
The patterns, the
Very
charts have
interesting.
gone bearish.
Very.
So in a sense, like I am, if we start to break this point and start to retest and go below this, I'm changing my stance to pretty bearish. Like, I think Bitcoin would be able to go down to 40, at worst, maybe even 20K.
Oh my god.
No, it's not. It's not gonna go to 20K. I think in my opinion the worst case scenario is 66, but I think even that is unlikely.
I think if that were to happen,
let's have a look at this.
that would mean the crash of the entire crypto system. But obviously, I'm pretty sure that won't happen.
No, like it's still an acceptable drawdown. It's not. Look. What's very interesting is that we were at extreme fear when Bitcoin was 80. When Bitcoin was like 87K. So we were more fearful when Bitcoin was 87K back in October because of the velocity of this crash. Now we were low anyway, and we just went a bit lower. So yeah, very, very surprising. This is just looking at the Fed liquidity right now. Yeah.
Ray Dalio.
Ray Dalio.
Dalio's. The world order, is it something to do with the world order?
I don't believe this
prediction is correct with what's happening with Bitcoin.
So my wife's asking me, is Ray Dalio's new world changing order reflective of what's happening to Bitcoin right now? I believe that Ray Dalio's new world changing order, for those that haven't seen it, there's a YouTube video. I'm gonna link you guys. But this is more long term. This is more talking at least a few dozen years into the future, like 36, 50 years into the future. He's not a short-term price action guy.
I'm sure it's like 12. Each round is like 10, 12 years, 15 years.
I don't know about 10 to 15 years, love. Right, anyway. If anyone wants to check Ray Dalio, check him out. He's got a book called New World Changing Order, and he's got some long form content on it. Anyway, okay, so just like the gold chart, I see the Treasury General account, which is a savings account. This is getting pretty tippy-toppy right now. Come on, man, $1 trillion in the savings account. The bazooka has to be deployed at some point, but I do believe that we are in for a rocky road. It could be a difficult Q1, I can't lie. The outlook has obviously changed. We didn't get the how would I say this? We wouldn't get the Fed chair that we all wanted, which is BlackRock's chief investment officer. Let's have a look at the macro market. So we'll have a look at S&P 500 first of all. Okay. Basically, I would only be worried if the S&P 500 goes down to here, then I'm going to have more concern. Right now, everything is still following a bullish pattern with the S&P 500 because we have not. A confirmation would be if we got two higher lows two lower highs, and two lower lows in the S&P 500. Until then, I'm still betting on the American economy. Also, the DXY, as Krog said, is at its March 2022 low. If we look at this level where we were at before with the DXY, this level here has signaled the previous, around this area was a previous breakout. Do I think the DXY goes lower? Yes, I do, which would be more favorable for risk and assets. Let's have a look. Copper is increasing at all-time highs, despite gold taking the big dumpy, and also silver. Copper gold ratio Not confirmed an uptrend as of yet. We could see lower lows on this if copper either takes a drawdown and or gold rebounds. We will see. Russell 2000. This is obviously a bearish chart pattern, which is not what we want. However, we've not entered yet a bearish trend in the Russell 2000 until or unless on the longer time frame we create lower highs and lower lows. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see where we have to see where the world goes. As right now we are just waiting. I don't have a super bullish or bearish bias right now. I'm just seeing how the market how the market pans out. Coinbase, a stock that I was very, very bullish on. Sometimes you have to let the market give you you have to let the market give you information instead of you always, trying to overly predict. Coinbase has, I will admit, broken this this trend line. I was expecting something like this, however, that is not the case. So yeah, still waiting for Coinbase to either show a change of direction, but for now, I think there is a possibility that Coinbase retest 145, which would be the entry price. Shouts Alex Codlin, aka Financial Navigator, who admitted to basically selling here in a loss in hope to get back more Coinbase stock at a lower level. I think it's also good to be honest as a practitioner, and this is the thing, right? A lot of you guys will have this bias where, let's say, for example, you bought Coinbase or any stock, any digital asset at this price, right? And you saw it in profit, you didn't take profit, and now you're in drawdown here. But you believe you're going to go down lower. It's okay to sell into cash. If you're confident your theory to buy back lower will play out. Let's have a look at crude oil. Okay, I'm going to call it now. I think oil, from what I can see from a structural technical analysis standpoint, has finally broken out of this 3-year downtrend. We've set, going from the low, we've set 2 higher lows, and we have broken this this downtrend with some decent 3-day engulfing candles. Also, in terms of the RSI, I can see here we've broken past these lows into a bullish momentum. If I go to a higher time frame, still to 5 days, I can see that motions like this are typically a change in trend, and this is supported by the MACD. So one place I will be looking to go long is, but I might start trading oil, What I've learned in the past 2 months is to be more asset agnostic, in the sense that if the asset of your preference, for me, which is crypto, is not making sense, it can make sense for you to switch assets. Going on, one thing that I think is bullish in crypto, I encourage everybody to regularly check coinmarketcap.com, which is the #1 website in the world for cryptocurrency information and data. I like to adjust my settings to top 200, right? The default is top 100, but let's have a look at a bird's eye view of the crypto market right now. You know what? We'll just do, oh, okay, cool. So let's have a look at the 7-day, right? And notice how everything is basically red and only a few greens are outliers. So the first clear green is Hyperliquid. For those that don't know what Hyperliquid is, it's the biggest decentralized perpetual futures platform in the world. I think that Hyperliquid may be, I've never said this before, and I think it's important as a practitioner to keep reevaluating where you are, right? Hyperliquid has changed the world when it comes to trading. In the sense that it's non-KYC, it's completely decentralized. Let me just ask Grok real quick. Am I correct in saying that Hyperliquid has captured in recent times nearly 2% of all perpetual future volume in the world across all assets, including silver, including just crypto. I forget the actual stat. By the way, you'll get way more out of AI if you prompt intelligently. I like to prompt with what I think is correct and then get AI to confirm or deny whether what I say is correct or incorrect. And of course, you should always cross-reference. But you know, Mycelink's choice for crypto is Grok. Well, 1 second. Let me have a look at this link here. DeFiLlama.com is the number one website in the world for cryptocurrency decentralized finance data. Has been dominating the central perpetual space and holding a substantial portion of overall crypto perpetual futures. Hyperliquid leads. So Hyperliquid have already captured 10 to 15% of overall perpetual futures volume for crypto. I don't know what the stat is. Am I correct in saying can you list all how would I put this? Can you list all assets tradable on Hyperliquid outside of crypto? E.g., all stocks, commodities, FX available soon. Right, I want to bring this to your attention if I didn't think that there's going to be a huge breakthrough, right? But I think there is a trade in this crash, a long trade, because liquidity always goes somewhere, right? You've got Hyperliquid, which is the first green that you see here, and we open the Hyperliquid chart right now. By the way, this is another reason why I'm bullish on Hyperliquid, because I was, by the grace of the Most High, I was able to catch one of my best longs I've ever, well, just one of my best future trades that I've done, in terms of size and percentage. We got our receipts. There we are. I actually cashed out 236% on this Hyperliquid long. Okay, 1 second. So Hyperliquid supports a growing range of non-crypto assets as perps, primarily through its HIP3 upgrade. There is no fixed exhaustive all list because the system is decentralized and dynamic. New markets launch frequently. The platform advertises 100 plus perps overall, mostly crypto, but non-crypto ones have surged, e.g. commodities, 2026. So you can trade gold, silver, oil. Guys, I think trading oil on Hyperliquid is the next money glitch. I'm going to tweet it. I'm gonna tweet this right now.
You could trade oil on Phantom, bro. With leverage.
Yes. Yeah, you need a VPN though, right?
Yeah. I trade. I've been trading gold on Phantom.
Nice. What? Just with a VPN?
Yeah. A free one too. I don't pay for a VPN.
What free VPN do you use?
I got it off the App Store. I'll share the app to you so you can get it.
Yeah, I
But
appreciate that.
if you use Phantom anyways, I think why not?
Longing oil on decentralized maybe the key. Maybe next money glitch. Throwing ideas out there for your own research. Yeah, so I'm gonna be so honest. I don't know how I let this pass, but I've only just clocked onto this whole hands-on networks now. But I just don't want to start putting my money in things I don't understand. Like I understand Hyperliquid. I saw this be built from zero. Not zero, but I've seen a lot of people use it, right? I've never had any complaints. So we got Pump Fun as well. I think Pump Fun can be a bet because the trenches are always going to be alive. So let's just have a quick scan of the trenches. So look at Pump Fun. 1 second. So just iterate. This is Hyperliquid. Like if you didn't know the entire crypto market was bleeding, and you had no idea what was going on in the world right now, would you say that this is a bullish chart? Try to look at things for what it is, right? If you had no idea what this asset was, in fact, let's do some group technical analysis. If you had no idea what this asset was, and you had no idea what was going on in the world, and you had to go off this chart alone, maybe not right now at this exact entry point, but does this look like a chart that you could maybe bet on?
Yeah.
Yes. Right? Now, I'm even going to bring up Pengu because I love Pengu, right?
Damn.
Do I think Pengu is going to go up? Yes, at some point. At some point. But it's a time value of money, right? And I want to just bring the real. I'm an absolute Pengu bull for sure, long term. But this chart is telling me that it could go down to hit. That's a lot of drawdown. That doesn't mean you need to sell your Pengu now, right, in fear and try to buy back lower. But if your Pengu position is down, which it probably is, my Pengu, everyone's Pengu's position is down, yeah. Unless you bought Pengu before April 2025, you are down. You are absolutely down on your Pengu position. Doesn't mean I'm bearish on Pengu. I just want to be honest with everybody, right? I didn't expect this huge market crash to happen, and I do expect the markets to turn around, but we may be bearish for the rest of Q1, and it might be like, let me give you a possible scenario, right? We can be bearish all the way until like 6th of March and then begin to turn around. This doesn't mean I'm bearish on Pengu. It means that the chart is giving me information to tell me everything looks like this, guys. It's hard to find runners right now. I'm trying to just be honest with you guys, right? Yes, you can buy things to buy the dip in Dogecoin in terms of like looking like shit, right? XRP looking like shit. Solana looking like shit. It doesn't mean you can't buy these things, right? Is Solana a good price long term? Yes, right? But this is not telling me that it's going to do this anytime soon. So I have to just be honest with you guys. Let's look at Ton as well, right? Do I think Ton's cheap? Yes. Do I think it's a good accumulation? Yes. Do I think it's a long-term buy on hold? Yes. But this market rewards action takers. So I can't ignore, right, Hyperliquid as an outlier. You can look at Canton as an outlier as well, CC. But I just don't understand enough about this crypto, right? Because I don't like buying things I don't understand, right? This does look like a technical outlier, but to be fair, right now, it's turning bearish. So I wouldn't bet on Canton, right? You guys want to know what to bet on in this market? Pump Fund, sorry. I do believe Pump Fund is another interesting outlier, but it doesn't have as much respect as Hyperliquid because, I mean, just too many rugs, right? In fact, sometimes you gotta look at charts, just charts for charts, right? So Pump Fund and Hyperliquid are the two outliers. One of the best things that's going to make all you guys a better investor and or trader is by understanding and identifying sunk cost fallacy, which is basically where you keep believing in an idea which is clearly failing, right? So let's have a look at pump versus hype. So they have similar highs, which is great. I believe they both break out around the same time. Oh, sorry, my bad. Oh, oh. So whatever, 17th of September. I go here. Okay, 17th of September, fantastic. And then the breakout. Yeah, around the 2nd of Jan, right? So they top around the same times, right? I bet if I even catch these other highs around the same time, 5th of October, let's go over here. 5th of October, boom. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look how, man, respectfully, bun any crypto you're bullish on for the most part, because the market just works together. And the sooner you just accept this, the easier it is you will not live in sunk cost fallacy in the market, right? So, based on these two charts alone, if you had to pick, are you going to pick Hyperliquid or are you going to pick Pump Fund? If you had to bet on one, what's the team consent? What's the consensus, guys?
To be honest, they both look really good. They're both forming bullish, but Hyperliquid has got that really well-defined break of trend.
Yes, really well-defined break of trend. Guys, I don't want you guys to miss potentially the greatest long, guys, literally nearly 10 trillion has been taken out of commodities. That's money on the sideline, right? FijiSolutions.net, the Fed has $1 trillion right now. Just the US Fed has $1 trillion in the savings account. Yeah. Remember, money always rotates somewhere, right? It's like a circle of life. I'm telling you that Hyperliquid is the biggest decentralized perpetual futures platform in the world with no KYC. Do you guys understand the only reason prices go up and down across all asset classes, including but not limited to crypto, stocks, commodities, is because of two reasons. One is spot buying, yeah, and two is leverage. That's it. Leverage contracts from futures to perpetuals to options, and the leverage exacerbates the speed, right? How is Hyperliquid held this? How has it done this? In fact, we don't even need to know how or why. We just need to accept it is. We need to accept things as they are, right? As they are. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. Look at this sea of red, right? I don't want to bet on Canton because I don't understand it enough. Maybe someone can enlighten me. But Pump Fun is, a good bet compared to everything else, right? But we're not going to pick it over Hyperliquid. More seas of red, more seas of red, more seas of red. Stable. I don't know what the fuck. Does anybody know what this is? I don't know what this is. Right, when it's open that in a new tab. More seas of red. DCR. That's some outlier. I don't know. I don't want to bet on that. I don't know what sense details. I don't know what. Are you going to be betting your money on these other things? Edu. I don't know. Some education stuff. Kite. Are you going to be betting your money? Are you going to be betting your money on these other things? Edu. I don't know what that is. Right. Open campus. Maybe some education stuff. But can you see how in the sea of red you can only bet long on a few things? And I don't know what these other things are to bet on them. Now, am I saying convert all your money into Hyperliquid? No. I'm not saying you should long Hyperliquid right now. But in a falling market, I used to be a mean reverting guy. Like I'd always try to find like cheap things in the dip. But now I'm just like, sometimes it's good to ride the momentum of up, right? In a sea full of red, because the money has to go somewhere. there's always a mini bull market in every single bleed, and the world's telling us right now that there's so much money on the side. Like, I think, let's just go back to Hyperliquid. After this, I'm gonna have a look at the meme coin market for, you know what? Bun all of this, stable, the cred. I'm going to do my own research on all these things because I'm not about to do research on all these platforms that I don't understand right now. Halima, are you going to be ready to do a health wealth meditation in 5 to 7 minutes?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm going to give it over to my wife in a moment. Okay, so guys, Hyperliquid has less than $10 billion invested in it. $10 billion is 1% of a trillion. Do you guys understand that? 10 billion is 0.01 trillion. There's been 10 trillion taken out of the commodities market in the past 72 hours. I'm not saying it's all going in Hyperliquid, but that's a lot of money on the side, right? The difference between 10 trillion and 10 billion is a 1000x, if I'm not mistaken. It's either 1000 or 10,000, right? My brain's getting fried right now. But you need to understand when the market leaves you breadcrumbs. I could not have predicted I could have not predicted this whipsaw. But I thought the market would give me more time to prepare for the whipsaw. When you get whipped in a whipsaw, you need to change the game plan, right? You need to change the game plan. I don't know if this, I don't know right now what's going to happen in the market. I'm sorry, but I don't. I don't know if we're going to do this. I don't know if we're going to do this. I don't know if we're going to do this. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know. This is truly surprising. All I know, right, this is the best information almost anyone in the world is going to tell you right now. All I know is to understand a trend. All I understand, yeah, is you can only make the best decision moving forward, right? And the best decision, the best position in crypto right now, like literally, this is it, right? This is it. These are your choices right now. Right? Your choices, your crypto choices. Right? You can hold on, right? And this is very dangerous because of don't cost fallacy, the time value, the hold. You can buy the dip, right? And this always used to work back in the previous cycle, but how far, how long will the dip keep dipping or just going sideways whilst other shit goes up? Right, 3, you can stabilize. Right, obviously I'm going to write all your options here. Then 4 is that you could buy majors, 5, bet on hype. Let's say right now your portfolio is down in crypto. Let's say you're down right now 50%. I'm not saying it's easy as putting it all in Hyperliquid. But wouldn't it be funny if the market goes sideways or the market goes down and an outlier like Hyperliquid goes up? Why would the outlier go up? Because there is no competitor for Hyperliquid. Do you guys understand? There is nothing like Hyperliquid. And when you can trade oil, gold, commodities, more and more stocks, and soon FX on this platform, right? This is where I see the next big crypto long. It's going to be exacerbated if the market turns around. This is going to be a super long. right? It's going to be a super long. If the market goes sideways, this could still be a long. If the market goes down, yeah, this still could be an outlier long. If the market goes down, Solana is not going to be an outlier long. If the market goes sideways, Solana is not going to be an outlier long. BNB is not going to be an outlier long. It has never been an outlier long. Neither is Solana. Never been an outlier long. Right? I say not going to happen. Unlikely. Dogecoin is not going to be an outlier long. Hyperliquid is showing us it is a what? It's an outlier long.
Outlier long.
Just giving you the real information. I'm going to go over some meme coins. Let's see if there's anything interesting in the trenches. Exactly, right? Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the penguin meme. I don't know if I'd bet on anything in the trenches right now. Just gonna be honest. I don't know what I would go long in. Obviously, there's like buy the dips, hold, but I don't just want to be like, oh my God, why would you buy this? Why would you buy this? There's nothing telling you to buy. Like, at least with Pengu, if you buy Pengu, even though the chart is not looking good, right? The chart is not looking good, but the asset, like I can bet. Obviously, I don't bet. I'm Muslim, right? Even if Pengu goes down to here, right, and you bought here and here and here, I can bet that it is going to do this at some point. It's going to do it at some point, right? Of course, it's going to do it at some point. It's the greatest intellectual property of all time in crypto. Even if it goes through a bear market for 1 year, right? If you are patient, I'm very bullish on Pengu. I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't have an outlook right now of what the market's doing. I'm very confused myself. I'm just very grateful that despite having opinions of the market going up, I held a lot of stablecoin, and I know how to trade futures now. So, yeah, this is very, very not worrying. It's not worrying territory. It's annoying territory. I'm not bearish on the market long term or medium term, but short term, it's very confusing. And maybe everything's going to turn around tomorrow. I don't know, right? I have to present to you guys Hyperliquid. Nothing in the trenches in terms of meme coins outside of Pengu. If you want to keep dollar cost averaging in, I couldn't tell you what to be bullish on. Can I be bullish on the white whale? Medium to long term? No, not really. Let's have a look at the chart action if there's anything tradable. I do think it's a trader's market. There's always money to be made. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna be honest. This looking like a good chart. I won't lie. If you want to trade white whale, these are decent signs. I don't know. Lower highs, higher lows, lower highs. Yeah, it's all questionable, guys. I honestly think that right now it's the time to shine as future traders. I'm gonna leave you guys with a little bit of inspiration. If anybody wants to be in this private Discord, let me know. Have a deal with my homie Annie. He's a bit Unix whale. Like I'm nowhere near this level, but this guy prints crazy, bro. But he's very, very short term time frame. So I'm gonna just show you one trade for real. Let's take this river trade that you did, right? I don't even know what river is. Okay. So a 538. And go to my bit Unix futures. And then we'll go to river. Now this is just for this ain't for education. This is literally for inspiration purposes, right? Just so you know, there's always money to be made in the market at all times. So at 538, 544, river long at 1558. When was this? Yeah, what the hell? No way he caught. You caught it this long? Wow. Right. Anyway, yeah, there's always money to be made in the market. Yeah, 2,400. I definitely don't use this kind of leverage though. I use like 7 to 10x. On spot, the only long that I see right now is Hyperliquid. I'd love to be challenged on this. I'd love anyone to bring me better research. But yeah, I'm really not too sure about what to bet on in the trenches right now. It sounds really boring, but Pengu, obviously, and then let's just quickly have a look at the 6-7 coin. So I was really bullish on this until the market turned around. I'll have a quick look at one more meme coin and do it to Halima. Don't know. Is this a generational bid for 6-7? It's really hard to say. I'm not gonna say it is or it isn't. I'm just watching this closely. I think it's really good to have a really strong watch list right now and have a look at just bring it back to textbook, right? Are things making higher highs and higher lows? I like to come in on like the second higher low. So I like an inflection point of a new higher high, a higher low set, a higher high, and then on like the fourth wave, that's when I like to come in. That's my preference. People could say, "Oh, well, you miss all of this." Well, I used to be the person who had FOMO of missing all of this, only to be the person that is in sideways allocation or further drawdown for an extended period of time. You don't want to be these people, okay? You got to learn to level up, and the markets. You always got to be prepared, man. You're
Hello. Okay. My name is Halima, and today we'll be journeying together through a guided meditation for health and wealth. Find a comfortable seated position. Close your eyes and settle into this moment. Let your shoulders drop. Relax your jaw and soften your face. Release any tension about the markets, money, or what you think you should be doing. Right now, you are exactly where you need to be. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you, universe, for aligning this sacred meeting. Breathe in for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe out for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in again for 4 counts. Hold for 4 counts. And breathe out for 6. Breathe in for 4 counts again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4 counts. And breathe out for 6. Bring awareness to your body, this vessel that carries your dreams. Your health is your first wealth. Without it, nothing else matters. Feel your feet rooted to the ground, stable, supported, strong. Notice your heartbeat. Can you feel it? Steady, alive, and powerful. Your body carries you through every investment decision, every opportunity, every victory. When your body is well, your mind becomes clear. And when your mind is clear, you make powerful, aligned choices. Picture yourself walking into a lush, vibrant garden, bathed in golden sunlight. The sun is warm on your skin. The air smells fresh, alive, and abundant. You are admiring how bouncy the ground and the grass feels. As you look up, stands huge, magnificent trees. But these aren't just ordinary trees. Their branches bow under the weight of glowing golden Bitcoin, ripe and ready to harvest. Walk up to the nearest tree. Stand tall. Keep your chin up. Reach out. Reach with confidence. Pick the Bitcoin from the branch and feel the weight in your palm. Solid, real, yours. Look around. There are many more trees everywhere you turn. Ethereum, shimmering like emeralds. Stalks, booming like flowers. Abundance in every direction. You planted these seeds with your decisions, your discipline, and your faith. Now you're harvesting the fruit of your wisdom. Remember, you're not just picking for yourself. You're making strategic moves for your future bloodline, your children, their children, and beyond. Every Bitcoin you gather, every wise investment you make, creates a river of wealth that flows far beyond you. This garden grows as you grow. It's yours to tend, yours to cultivate, yours to pass down. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. And breathe out for 6 seconds. Place your hand on your heart. Feel its rhythm. Feel it beating. Repeat after me with deep conviction. I am the best.
I am the best.
I can do it alone.
I can do it alone.
God is always with me.
God is always with me.
I am a winner.
I am a winner.
Today is my day.
Today is my day.
I am unstoppable.
I am unstoppable.
My body is healthy.
My body is healthy.
My mind is focused.
My mind is focused.
My wealth is growing.
My wealth is growing.
I make strategic moves for my future bloodline.
I make strategic moves for my future bloodline.
Breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. And breathe out for 6 seconds. Repeat after me. All is well.
All is well.
Everything is working out for my highest good.
Everything is working out for my highest good.
I trust the perfect timing of my investments.
I trust the perfect timing of my investments.
I trust my body's infinite wisdom.
I trust my body's infinite wisdom.
I trust divine guidance in every decision I make.
I trust divine guidance in every decision I make.
My choices today secure my family's future.
My choices today secure my family's future.
Money loves me.
Money loves me.
Money's obsessed with me.
Money's obsessed with me.
My health supports my wealth, and my wealth supports my health.
My wealth supports my health, and my health supports my wealth.
I make clear, confident decisions from a place of peace.
I make clear, confident decisions from a place of peace.
I am divinely protected in all my financial choices.
I am divinely protected in all my financial choices.
Every move I make builds an unshakable legacy for generations to come.
Every move I make builds a generational legacy for
Every
generations
move
to
I make builds an unshakable legacy for generations to come.
Every move I make builds an unshakable legacy for every generation to come.
Every move I make builds an unshakable legacy for generations to come.
Every move I make builds an unshakable legacy for generations to come.
Every move I make builds an unshakable legacy for generations to come.
Every move I make builds builds an unshakable legacy for generations to come.
Okay, one more time. Every move I make builds an unshakable legacy for generations to come.
Every move I make builds an unshakable legacy for generations to come.
Okay, breathe in for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe out for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See yourself as whole, complete, and powerful. Your physical health, strong, vibrant, and unstoppable. Your mental clarity, sharp, focused, brilliant. Your financial abundance, flowing, multiplying, endless. These aren't separate parts of you. They are all unified, all as one. When you care for your body, you think with clarity. When you think with clarity, you invest with wisdom. When you invest with wisdom, you build the life you deserve and the legacy your bloodline will inherit for generations to come. You are the bridge between health and wealth, between past and future, between what was and what will be. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Breathe out for 6 seconds. With your hand on your heart, feel the truth of these words and say them with me. I am healthy.
I'm healthy.
I am wealthy.
I am wealthy.
I am wise.
I am wise.
God guides my path with every step.
God guides my path with every step.
I am the best version of myself today and every day.
I am the best version of myself today and every day.
This abundance is mine.
This abundance is mine.
This clarity is mine.
This clarity is mine.
This success is mine.
This success is mine.
My legacy is secured for my future bloodline.
My legacy is secured for my future bloodline.
I am blessed.
I am blessed.
I am grateful.
I am grateful.
I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful.
I'm super duper grateful.
I'm super duper grateful.
And I am ready.
And I'm ready.
Take one more deep breath. Breathe in for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe out for 6 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gently wiggle your fingers. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle your ears if you can. Roll your shoulders back. Feel your strength. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Notice how calm and powerful and aligned you feel. You are grounded, you are abundant, and you are unstoppable. Welcome back. Let's begin this journey together. Thank you. You are unstoppable.
Thank you, Halima.
Welcome
You
back.
got pretty passionate.
Let's begin this journey together. Thank you.
There is there's the meditations, and then there's the chants.
Yeah.
You're welcome. I'm glad you guys liked. Alhamdulillah.
I did want to match your energy, but it's like almost 1:30 in the morning. I've just moved into a new house with new housemates. I don't really know
I'm glad you guys
today.
liked it. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
didn't
what
want to
did
be
you say
shouting
about
in the
your
house.
housemates?
I just moved in into a new house and new housemates today, so I don't want to be shouting at like 1:30 in the morning when I don't know
Sorry, say
everyone
that
like that.
again.
It's like 1:30 in the morning, so I wanted to match your energy in the meditation, but I didn't want to be disturbing my housemates because I don't really know them like that.
Can you hear it? No.
Dave, do you not hear what he's saying?
No, it's just scratching. Like it's like a remix.
Basically, he said
Can you
that
hear
he's
it?
just
No.
moved into a new place.
Dave, can you not hear what he's saying?
No, it's just in the UK or in Thailand
Vietnam,
or Vietnam.
yeah. But yeah, that's the only reason I wasn't shouting as loud as you. That's my excuse, at least.
Dave. He said that's why he can't shout as loud as you because he's in a place with you have.
Okay, I understand. Okay, sorry about that.
No worries.
I
I'm
can't
gonna
hear
stop
you
talking
properly
though.
for some reason. I can't hear everybody properly for some reason.
Are you wearing one headphone? Is that why?
I'm using these.
Right. Just keep talking. It's fine.
Cryzo. I'm gonna do some features. I don't know if it's my section, but thank you so much, Halima, for that. That was very good. You know, getting yourself into the mindset of trading.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Okay,
Yeah.
see you guys.
So,
Yeah.
right. My laptop's kind of being really weird right now, so I don't know why. It's just not turning on. So I've got to do this analysis on my phone. I'll be honest, but I've got everything prepared. Got some pretty good statistics. So let me just share my screen real quick. Right, yo. So this is Pengy right now. Obviously, we had this massive dip. I'm in a 3x long right now, but I'm going to turn liquidation bands off because they're completely useless at this point. My liquidation point is 6.8, right? So I almost got liquidated, then I seen some relief, right? I did say before that you should keep your mind open to this sort of stuff happening. It is always possible. It is also possible right now that we will get massive relief up, just as much as it was possible for us to continue dumping down, right? However, there are a few statistics which I want to look at right now. We'll look at the weeklies. You know, it's been at the bottom for a minute. Daily, it's gone even lower, which positions us better for a big push up. However, you know, like we were talking about before, we have kind of gone a bit bearish with the chart. But yeah, that's our daily. If anything, I want us to look at this. Right? This is a liquidation heat map for Pengu, right? There is a lot of liquidation to the downside, just as much as there is to the upside. This is on the 24-hour, and if we look on the Bitcoin one, there is still a lot of liquidation to the downside. So if anything, I'm not against it going down. I think if I could exit my position at a place which is good, I'd be really happy to. But I do think it's going to continue floating around the lower end for a bit, for a few more weeks, until we all get dried up and people stop making a bet that we're going to bounce up right now with high leverage, because this is what's making us absolutely dump. We had a bit of a push down because no one thought that it was going to happen. No one thought we were going to hit 80k, and a bunch of people got liquidated, and then which led it to being a further push down. Obviously, we had the Epstein files being released. We had the gold and silver dumping, like everyone losing so much money. What was the other statistic? You had Trump announcing that he wanted what's he called? Kevin Walsh instead to be the Fed chair. And this guy, he's meant to be pro crypto, but apparently he's a monetary policy hawk. So he cares a lot about monetary policies and stuff like that. Obviously, that wasn't the name, but so legal stuff to do with crypto and taxes and all that. He cares about it, but at the same time, I don't understand why Trump would put someone in that position if he doesn't align with his roles, his morals and ideas. Right, so I think this guy must be beneficial. The word is that he is a crypto pro. At first, I thought he was related to Michael Saylor, but then I found out it was fake news. So don't trust everything. We're gonna look at this. Yeah, I've shown you this one. The heat map for Bitcoin is also not looking good for us. However, there's quite a lot of volume up here. What price is that? 79k, which it could go up to there, but I'm pretty sure it's going to keep going back down. So, am I bearish? I think if Bitcoin breaks the point of 76k again, before it starts to reach new highs and hit maybe 80k, then I will change my stance to fully bearish. But right now, I am praying to the Lord that there is a possibility that I'm wrong, and we're just going to keep floating up and touch these points up here. Hopefully 80k. Quickly, I just want to touch up on the weekly. 86k, 85k. I mean, would be a great zone to touch, and then maybe even 90k, because there is quite a lot of liquidity there. If you look on the long term, there isn't as much like liquidity below, but short term, definitely a move downwards would make sense. Do I think that we're not going to go up again? Still, I still think it's a possibility, right? If we started to break below 75 and stay there, then I would start to think, okay, maybe we are going to keep dipping. How low? I'm not going to say. I don't want to scare you with what I think, right? But this could be the bottom, We, like in a sense, this previous low at 76K, we've stayed above that, here at 77. So if we continue to do that and continue to keep pushing up and put this dip in the past, then we can possibly see us touch these points. Short term, I think prepare for some volatility. Don't just be careful. But yeah, that's my opinions on where I think the market's going to be going in terms of price. One thing I did want to touch upon, a really short term trade on Pengu. Let's look on the 15-minute because I caught this right before we started, whilst I was on this call. I think it might have already happened, but yeah, my bad, guys. It would have been a high leverage call, but so you see this big trend. We retested this bottom position here. We were already really oversold on the RSI. Had a W formation. Let me draw this out. Actually, I don't know how to do that on here. But yeah, we had a W formation and it looked like a big push. 15-minute looks like there's still going to be a bit more upwards trend. Maybe even go to the hour. I don't know if I trust the hour, but there's a possibility we could be touching 8 before going back down to touch 7.5 and grab that 7 or whatever, to grab all that big lump of liquidity from the people who tried to catch this bottom. But yeah, just saying, possible good quick long right there within the next 20 to 30 minutes. But yeah, that's it from me. To be honest, I'm just hoping we get this gold and silver dump into our pockets here at Crypto. It shows how much money can be moved so fast. It's like everyone that I knew that was talking to me about investments, they'd always be like, "Don't invest in crypto. Buy gold. Buy gold." What do you mean? You know what I mean? And they were telling me to buy gold when it was here, 5.2K. Like, I'm good. I don't need that. I've got crypto. It's pretty much the same bullshit. You know what I mean? You're going to be trading it with leverage either way. So, yeah. Crypto's undervalued. Gold, overvalued. It made sense for a dump. Hopefully, those trillions go into our baby here, Bitcoin. Possibly. Is this the bottom? I'm hoping so. All right. But yeah, that's it from me, guys. It's been your boy, Cryzo. Thank you to Ninja for having me on to this week again. I'll be
Big
here.
ups yourself, man. Always coming with that.
Yeah, my guy. It's a dangerous market right now. I also want to mention, right, one thing that makes me think we're gonna go back up is how terrified I am. Right, I always think about that quote, when everyone's fearful, type shit. So when I feel really scared, I'm like, okay, maybe this is a good time to buy. When I'm like, okay, I'm comfortable, I think it's gonna blow and it's gonna go really high right now. I'm a lot more cautious. Be careful in the markets, yo. Right. Does anyone have any questions? Ninja, do you have anything to add? Hello?
I
We can't
was
hear
waiting
you.
for Francis, man. I want Francis to have a little input because obviously he's one of the boys now.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. But he might be in work or something, bro. I don't know. I think he works on weekends. He might have joined for the first
Yo,
bit.
yo,
He's
yo,
probably
yo,
still
can you hear
listening.
me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Uh, is he trying to say something?
He's on. Can you hear? Now we can't hear you.
Yo, man like Francis, are you there? Nah, we can't hear you, bro. Because I feel like he's trying to say something. But whilst Francis hopefully sorts his microphone, I'm just gonna leave with saying that the greatest thing you'll ever build in financial markets is an ecosystem of like-minded people who can ride with you long term. There's nobody I know who's successful in the markets without having some kind of community, at least having an elite circle of trading partners. And the greatest thing I've ever done is to build a community of
Hello.
like-minded people, and that's where the
Yo. Francis, did you want to add anything to?
Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, we can hear. Ah, we lost him.
Damn, it seems like we lost Francis. All right, bro. I don't know where you are in it, but we can't seem to hear you. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it for there for Mycelink. Yeah. All right, cool, guys. I'm gonna get off. Go catch up, and see you next week, guys.
In a bit.
Safe, lads.
Love.
In a bit.
Actually, Ken,